Hello everybody and welcome back to another video here on the Foul Ball Breaks channel. Today we have our Junk Wax Wednesday. Beauty of a box. I have seen people consider it, actually calling it the worst baseball set ever. If you're a fan of Jabs, I've seen him have a countdown, and this was either one of the worst, if not the worst baseball set that he could find, that he ever remembered collecting growing up. And I found it for just a few bucks online. This whole beautiful, very nice condition box. This comes right off, which is great. This is falling apart. This over here looks great. But you know what, folks? The packs themselves are not really interrupted. So we're going to open this up. We're going to see what we can find. It's a very bad set. It's super cheap, and that is the perfect thing for me to open because I am broke. But I'm gonna pull as many Tom Glavine rookies out of this as I can, sell them all for 20 bucks after their PSA 10, and make $0. But it's gonna be great. Let's see what we can do. Right here is the top 5 cards that we're gonna look for. Number 1's Tom Glavine. Number 2, Mike Schmidt. Number 3, the Reggie Jackson card of him in a Baltimore Orioles uniform. 4, Bo Jackson, 5, Barry Bonds. These rankings I basically got after reading oldsportscards.com, shout out to them. And they basically give you a little value of each card, and I basically picked the top 5 that I wanted to find. The next one right there is our trivia question. Don't forget about that. This video's trivia question: which Chicago Cubs pitcher also played for the Harlem Globetrotters? Chicago Cubs pitcher, Harlem Globetrotters. All right. So while you think of that, we have a ton of packs to open. I am just going to try and open a bunch at once. We'll go 3 at a time. Let's get this out of here. We're going to put some aside for the maybe pile, and we're going to get a Mount Rushmore of cards from this video. So, again, these are considered a pretty bad card, but you know what? This is gonna be fun anyway. Every card, every set has its own ups and downs and its own positives and negatives. Some people call this ugly. There's a bunch of different colors, and this is basically what we're talking about. Kaboom! Check that out. All right, so Don Sutton, Roger Clemens. We'll put Roger Clemens in there. But yeah, as you can see, there's a ton of different cards for different people here. Do you remember Busch Stadium in 1969? Great moments in baseball. I'll toss that over there. Gene Larkin. So a certain card isn't really necessarily, or a certain color isn't necessarily mean it's a great card as a highlights card. Kelly Downs, Kirby Puckett, he's fun. We'll put him in the maybe. It's a huge pack, and I don't think the maybe pile. Barry Bonds. All right, cool. So there is number 5 on our list. Again, these aren't really worth that much money, but I just want to open them for you guys. Let's see, speed and power. Eric Davis and Tim Raines. Wow, look at these super shortstops here. Bob Murphy, Fred McGriff, who I believe should be in the Hall of Fame, Dennis Eckersley, Buddy Bell. And then on the back is another one of those great moments. Do you remember Wrigley Field? You know what? I'm going to keep this. I am a Cubs fan, so I tend to keep all the Cubs cards that I can pull. And then if a maybe pile is ever short, I will just pull my favorites Cubs card for that video. Bill Madlock, Glenn Davis, Mike LaCrosse, Jamie Moyer's a Cub. We'll toss him over in the Cubs. Rick Manning, George Brett. George Brett's a fun one. Jim Rice, Mike Davis. There's another one of these Mickey Muff's Third Strike. Okay, that's going in there. Okay. So yeah, guys, what do you think? What do you think? This was honestly just a few bucks, so I personally think it's fun. Oh, the Reggie Jackson, but not the one that we expected. So that goes in the maybe pile as well. because we're looking for the Baltimore Orioles version of Reggie. More of those. We're going to have so many of those. Let's see. Mitch Williams, Randy Myers, Reggie Jackson again on the A's. We are looking for the Baltimore Orioles Reggie Jackson. So the maybe pile on the right here is probably gonna just be thrown out. I mean, I hope it is. Like if we can't, we have so many cards left. We're finishing up the first pile right here, and already we have a Barry Bonds, which is fun. I basically want 1 or 2 Tom Glavines. Those are the Tom Glavine rookies are the creme de la creme. You know, they are the go-to card that we want to find here. We'll toss this one aside, and all right, so there we go. So, I mean, not really huge hits coming, but we are going to hopefully find people in our top 5. So tell me what you guys think. I guess, I mean, honestly, they're not as ugly as people make them out to be. Cal Ripken Jr., we'll toss in there. I'm basically just going to toss aside any memorable people that I can think of into the secondary maybe pile. This is maybe pileception. It's like Inception. Don Mattingly is actually a good one out of this. Upside down Andres Galarraga. Bo Jackson. All right, there we go. Cool. We've got 2 of our top 5 over there. And it would be cool. Jim Deshaies, Cubs announcer. Toss them over there. It would be cool if we can just get everybody from the top 5, cross them all off. Ryan Sandberg goes in the Cub pile. And Bobby Witt, Jose Nunez, Steve Garvey, Sal. You don't really see many people named Sal anymore, right? Like, do you think there's ever a baby Sal? Like, when's the last time there was a baby Sal? That's just me. I guess that's just me trying to fill up time in this little video of ours. But so we're through 1 stack over there and on the majors, and maybe our for sure pile is 2. It's already halfway to a Mount Rushmore. And if it comes down to it, you guys see the rankings right there on your screen, and you know who's gonna win a tie if it comes to a Mount Rushmore knockoff. So we'll take half the pile here for my baby little hands. All right, Dan Plesac, Greg Swindle, Dave Anderson, Steve Lombardozzi, John Moses. So I guess I can see what Score was trying to do. They were trying to be different, trying to have fun with these. Nolan Ryan's always fun. They were trying to have fun with these cards. Mattingly back over there, and they try to toss on a bunch of different colors, and some people like it, but I do think a lot of people do not like it. So comment below, give it a 1 to 10 or give it a 1 to 100. Give me a percentage. Burt Blyleven, he's a Hall of Famer. Sorry, I say a lot too. If that really bothers you, comment below and give me a thumbs up just to stick it to me, you know? Just really, really give it a really mean thumbs up. And then, oh, here's a Tom Glavine. Yes, cool. Very cool. I'm glad we got a Tom Glavine. Wade Boggs, Hall of Famer. Andre Dawson, Cub and a Hall of Famer. I'm glad we got Tom Glavine. That is a nice one. Okay, cool. So we have 3 of our top 5. And we're only through about halfway through the whole box. So we are still looking for the Mike Schmidt and then the Orioles Reggie Jackson. We have 2 other Reggie Jacksons, but one's on the A's and the other is on the Yankees. We don't need that. He's only on Baltimore. I think he was only on Baltimore for 1 season. If I'm wrong and you're yelling at your screen, again, shoot me an email, dirty email, and I will send you the cards. Rick Honeycutt. I think he's still bouncing around the coaching circuit. Mark Sullivan, Alan Wiggins. And if you guys have any comments at all about how I do these, just comment below. Cal Ripken Jr. We'll take that. Don Mattingly, highlight card. Phil Necro. Yeah, comment below if I have any, if I call anything incorrectly, you are more than welcome to just rip me a new one via a comment, an email, a mean gesture of a really hard-clicked, like. So here's Bobby Bonilla, who I do believe is one of the luckiest guys of the 90s. He gets paid, what is it, 1.9, or he gets paid over $1 million every year by the Mets. But if you're watching this, there's a great chance you already know that. But if you don't, I am honored to be the person to break that to you. He deferred his payments, or the Mets did, and he gets paid to this day on early July 2nd. Again, I'm wrong. I could be wrong there. Get over it. I'm not a I'm not an encyclopedia, but gets paid to this day from the Mets, which is just beautiful because he was a great player at the time, and now he's still reaping the benefits. Mark McGwire. We'll put Big Mac over there. Eric Davis is fun. Eric Davis is one of the better people to pick in MLB The Show. If anybody watching plays MLB The Show, you know what I'm talking about. He is fast. He's massive power, great fielder, great arm, and his batting stance is actually pretty intimidating for opponents. So if you're facing him on MLB The Show, you are going to see his bat just dangling over the plate, and he just basically puts it all out there, pulls it out, shows the crowd what he's got, and that's basically just putting your balls on the table there, and I do like that. All right, so moving on, another Rick Honeycutt. I believe Lance McCullers. It's probably just because I'm flying through a bunch of these right now. Tony Gwynn goes in the Hall pile. Keith. But sometimes I feel like I see the same sequence of cards. And we are on a little dry spot here. We haven't seen anybody from our top 5 that we're approaching. Hey, it's Tom Glavine again. Cool. Heck yeah. Look at that, folks. 2 Tom Glavines. That is what I'm talking about. Let's just keep this going. I was going to go back to Bruce Bochy, Hall of Fame manager, but we got our second Tom Glavine rookie. So let's keep this going. If we just get a whole Mount Rush. Okay, everybody, I'm back. I did not delete some stuff off my phone, and my phone ran out of memory. So I said this in the last video. I just got a new puppy, and my storage is being taken over by the pup, and I'm not going to apologize for loving my dog. So I deleted some old videos of me opening cards, and we're back, baby. All right. So no, I was saying it would be great if we could have a whole Mount Rushmore of just Tom Glavines. So if we have a double Rushmore, that's what it's all about, man. Ken Griffey. He's got great jeans that we all know about. He should be sponsored by Lee Jeans. And that's just me. That's my marketing brain. Lee Jeans, Wrangler Jeans. Ken Griffey's got great jeans. I guess you could also sponsor Archie Manning. You could sponsor him. And that does remind me, now that we're talking football, guys, this is Foul Ball Breaks. Paul Molitor. Julio Franco. Foul Ball Breaks is not only going to be baseball. I do actually have a hockey video coming on Monday for Modern Monday. And we are going to open some old school, what is that? We're opening some Score football, and I cannot remember what year it is right now, but we're going to open some old school Score football, maybe 1990, but yeah, so Modern Monday and Junk Wax Wednesday, they're going to produce other videos other than just baseball videos. So if you're only here for baseball, hopefully you do come back for other sports, you know. I want you here. I want to hang out, you know. I want to, like I said, in my first video, my goal was to get 10 subscribers. I did that. I asked a bunch of people to subscribe from the Jabs family live streams, and people did that. Now we're up to, I think, 13. So if we are at 13 now, we could be at 14 by the end of today, Wednesday. So, folks, let's just keep this going. I want you guys to be those people that will basically brag to everybody, hey, I watched this one person before he was huge. I watched this show. You're basically talking about a prospect right now. Here's another Reggie Jackson Oakland A's card. We need the Reggie Jackson in his frickin' Baltimore Orioles uniform. Folks, we're at our last little stack here. And again, we do have 3 of our top 5. We have Tom Glavine, we have Bo Jackson, and Barry Bonds. So we are still looking for the Mike Schmidt, and we're still looking for the Reggie Jackson in the Baltimore Orioles. So again, comment your favorite. Also, comment or shoot me an email of what other junk wax cards you'd want to see me open. I chose this one. I did buy a 1990 Fleer to go hunting for a Sammy Sosa rookie and a Frank Thomas rookie, and I ordered those. I ordered the regular and the update, and the update never came. So I'm gonna have to find out what happened there, and I am going to eventually put that up here. So since I'm a huge Cubs fan, the reason I'm a Cubs fan, and basically one of the reasons I'm a huge baseball fan growing up, was Sammy Sosa. And that man honestly gave me so many happy moments and also broke my heart. I did cry a bunch when he lost the, I want to say it's 2002 Home Run Derby to Jason Giambi. That was at Miller Park in Milwaukee. He put on an absolute show. Reggie Jackson on the Angels. Are we going to get the Reggie that we want here, folks? I just want him in a Orioles uniform because the man was not there long, all right? But, yeah, so this is definitely my longest video so far, and I do appreciate you sticking with me here. Don't forget to go on Instagram and follow Foul Ball Breaks on Instagram. I'm gonna put up pictures of cards that I pull not on video. I'm gonna put up stuff for my personal collection, stuff that I'm trying to buy as an investment and sell later. So Bo Jackson again, cool. So if we can go over to Instagram, Foul Ball Breaks on Instagram, and give me a follow. I'd really appreciate it. So thank you for watching so far, like I said. But yeah, Sammy Sosa, definitely Sammy Sosa rookies. I probably have, and I just started collecting Sammy Sosa rookies. I'm upwards to the 20s and 30s now. I don't actively search for them, but if I come across one or I come across a deal, I did just buy a big 250 lot of Sammy Sosa cards, and and it was one of the best investments I ever had. So 3 more packs, and folks, we're still waiting for Mike Schmidt and the Baltimore Reggie. If we don't get them, we clearly have enough for the full Mount Rushmore. But I wouldn't mind one more from the top 5. Just one more. Okay, last pack is ripped, and don't be sad because it's over, smile because it happened. Our last handful of 1988 Score Baseball. Dave Winfield, Albert Hall, Mark McLemore, Ernie Witt. Again, do not forget which Chicago Cubs pitcher also played for the Harlem Globetrotters. He is a well-known pitcher. I actually had a podcast for a little bit, and in my podcast, this is Ryan Sandberg, I did email some small-timers, and then one time I came across this person's Twitter, and on their Twitter, I didn't even know if it was real because I only had like 1,000 followers, they had their manager, their manager's email, and I shot him an email, and he said, "Yeah, come interview him." And we interviewed him at this Mark McGuire, and that's fun. That's a fun one, huh? But yeah, I went and interviewed this guy at like a middle school like principal's office, and we're sitting there, and we thought it was going to be fake, and alas, in walks the man. So, all right, guys, that's it. That is it. We're going to look through, see what our Mount Rushmore is. I guess the easy answer is this is the Mount Rushmore, right? You take out one Bo Jackson, and you put in 2 Tom Glavines and 1 Barry Bonds. But we're going to combine these two. We're going to combine these two. Then we're going to put a Barry Bonds. And we're going to look through this stack of Hall of Famers. And to be honest with you guys, I don't know if all these guys are in the Hall of Fame. Obviously, Mark McGuire is not in the Hall of Fame. Reggie Jackson, Tony Gwynn, Paul Molitor, another Reggie. And if I had to pick one, I mean, clearly I would pick somebody with a Cubs connection, but you know what, folks, that's not going to do it. We're going to go ahead. I do love Roger Clemens, but Kirby Puckett is the man. We need some purple in this Mount Rushmore, so we're going to go with Tom Glavine, Bo Jackson, Barry Bonds, and Kirby Puckett. Again, my hand has the shadow, so what do you want me to do? But this is your Mount Rushmore, folks. Tom, Bo, Barry, and Kirby. All right, guys. For your answer for the trivia question, which Chicago Cubs pitcher also played for the Harlem Globetrotters, the answer is Ferguson Jenkins. Fergie Jenkins, London Bridge. Yeah, I got to interview the man in a vice principal middle school office. He was such a cool dude, and we asked him about the Globetrotters, and he said it was such a great experience, just like this video was, guys. Subscribe, like, Instagram, email me at foulballbreaks@gmail.com if you have any questions, or if you have a really mean-spirited, dirty email you want to shoot my way. Thanks again. We will come back. I do apologize for the last Modern Monday on a Tuesday. I figured out how to do everything, so we're good. And we will catch you guys on Monday for a 2019 Upper Deck Hockey break. So, thanks, guys.